Hey, welcome to an episode of Chad's Beer Reviews. Another 𝓑𝓻 beer. It's a Mikkeller beer. You can tell Mikkeller because their art all looks like this, and they don't really put a label or a title on the can or anything, but it's in small letters here. Awful Gato. Imperial brown ale with vanilla and coffee. Brewed and canned by Mikkeller San Diego. 10.1 ABV. Full 16 ounces. Gotta use my bottle opener because I don't have any fingernails to open the damn pull tab. Somebody asked me to pour it on camera, and I've been doing it ever since. So sometimes I forget to hold it up to the camera so you can see. Speaking of camera, take a picture of this. All right. So we got an Imperial brown ale with vanilla and coffee. Yep. Definitely getting a lot of coffee. Well, I mean, not a lot, but enough to notice. I mean, I've smelled other coffee beers that are just like massive coffee beans compared to this. So yeah, it's kind of a candy bar kind of a smell to it. You know, I mean, vanilla obviously is going to have a sweet kind of candy aroma. Coffee, maybe like a tiramisu is what they're going for. Brown ale actually is a good style to do for sweet beers. I mean, yeah, like there's sweet stouts, but I don't like brown ale, but like the very nature of it, it has a. I've always said brown ale is like, when they're done right, they're basically like Snickers bars as beer because it's like chocolate, nuttiness, a little bit of a toffee or a caramel kind of thing going. Hey, wow, we got 3 whole viewers. Welcome. I can smell that it's strong, but it's not, intense boozy alcohol or anything like that. Yeah, so it's pretty sweet. Maybe a faint little bit of toastiness. And the coffee's there. Brown ale, I don't know if you saw when I was pouring it, but it definitely was. I mean, it looks black on camera, but maybe when it gets down a little. But yeah, it's just a very, very dark brown. And again, about a thumb width of foam. Let's dig in. Cheers. Yeah. That's pretty sweet. But it's not as cloying as the Mother Earth bourbon barrel barley one I did the other day with the pecan. That was nuts. This is slightly less sweet than then I'd say it's probably about 10 to 20% less sweet, if such a thing could be, if you could measure it like that. But yeah, let me take another sip here. And by adding coffee, they're throwing some bitterness in there to balance it out. So yeah, up front, candy bar, lots of vanilla, chocolate, I don't know if I go as far as say caramel or toffee. I mean, I can't really pick it out. I mean, it's just a general kind of sweetness. You know what? When I pay attention to it, there's a little, maybe like a little bit, very subtle, nutty kind of flavor or toasted malt flavor in there. Nothing burnt. Definitely nothing burnt. And then the coffee comes in right on the finish, and it's just kind of it's definitely a coffee flavor, but it's kind of a moderate, mild, well, it's enough bitterness to counterbalance it. Plus you have the alcohol in there. This is drinking like a much lighter beer, I would say. To me, this feels like it's 7 or 8%. Because once you get, like I said many times, when you get double digits of ABV, then you're starting to get into the beastly beers. And this is not beastly. This is actually pretty, it's not session beer by any means, but it's just not a beast. Around the finish, some bitterness. I wouldn't call it astringent, but yeah, nice sweet beer that's not cloying. Smooth. Mouthfeel is You think, big 10% beer that's, chocolatey and sweet. You think like, I don't know if you guys can see the color on camera there, but yeah. Kind of looks like, it's like the same color as coffee. Coffee brown, which would make sense. There's coffee in there. Even the head is, I don't know, yeah, it's like a nice, that's not even like beige or anything. It's like, I would go, well, maybe not light, yeah, like light brown, like the foam or froth that would be in a latte or coffee or something like that. Something you get at Starbucks. Alcohol is a very clean alcohol, strong enough to notice, mild enough to like not disrupt anything. I can't pick out any like specific hops. Maybe just like some earthy floral thing. Just, I'm sure the bitterness probably coming from hops, probably in there just for bitterness, not for flavor or aroma. I mean, the vanilla and the coffee are driving the car here. I've been saying that a lot lately. Yeah, so it's like liquid tiramisu, I guess. In fact, I saw a beer on Tavor today that's how they advertised it. Yeah, so I mean, it's sweet but not cloying. Nice, fun drink. I don't know if it needed to be 10% though. 10.1 actually. I think they could have done this at 7 or 8, or even like more session, like 5 or something. Especially Mikkeller, that guy's a brewing genius. He can like make a beer out of any ingredients, and he usually tastes pretty good. His brother, Evil Twin, too. Just throw them any idea, they can usually pull it off. And I mean, those guys have made so many beers. Like, I think they're probably like the only 2 people in the world who actually have had every beer that they've made, and maybe whoever their entourage is or whatever. Let's rate this thing. You know what? Usually I go by BJCP specs, but I'm not going to go down the line here. I think it's, it's depends on how we're rating it. I mean, we're okay. So we'll score it to spice herb vegetable. Imperial brown isn't a base style, not a legitimate one. So I mean, it's just a brown, which I think BJCP should add that for the next style. Is be like, it can just be like with like the alternative sugar beers and stuff like that. Just imperialize any style that's wouldn't normally be imperialized. Like, I mean, like Imperial Stout, Imperial IPA, like those are defined styles. But like, what if you have an Imperial Brown Ale or Imperial? I was gonna say like Sati or Roggenbier. Those are really obscure. How about Imperial Goes? Like somebody make a 10% ABV Goes. That'd be pretty cool. And if you can do it right, that would be awesome. But yeah, to score this one. Well, I like this a little bit better than the Mother Earth. I mean, it's not a kick in the face of sweetness nor of alcohol. Very drinkable. It's not cloying. I would kind of prefer a little bit more of the authentic brown ale base, but I mean, that's fine because it's like I said, it's not cloying. Like that beer was just all pecan syrup. I'm sure they could bourbon barrel age this. I don't think it would gain a whole lot. Well, you'd basically have KBS if you did. Actually, that would be really interesting. Like do KBS, but as an Imperial Brown instead of a stout. Yeah, nice dessert beer, pastry stout, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, I like it. I'll probably go 4.25 on Untapped, maybe 4.5. We'll see. Very drinkable. I don't think it needed to be 10%, and I think the palate is tasty, but it's a little simple and kind of repetitive. Like you're not getting a lot of complexity out of this beer. And actually, the coffee kind of faded quick. I think the coffee is there more for bitterness and balance than for actual true coffee flavor. Because yeah, like now that I'm like halfway through it, I'm not really tasting coffee anymore. It's just like that sensation of coffee bitterness. But at least, thankfully, it's not jalapeno and it's not like roasted, burnt popcorn or anything like that. So, yeah, pretty good. Check it out. Awful Gato. That means bad cat. I like it. At least a 4.25, maybe go 4.5. I'm gonna sip on this, watch TV, see how it changes when it warms up. So check me out on Untappd. If you want to check this beer out, well they did have it on Tavour. It's probably not there anymore because the beers rotate out so quick. Check out my referral code below. If you use that to sign up, you're gonna get $10 off your first order. So that's a good deal. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys real soon. Probably. Bye.